Good afternoon, students. Today I will again start with a poem, and the name of the poem is Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. I will start with a short summary of the poem, and then I will go accordingly. The summary of the poem says, some feel that the world will end in fire, others say it will end in ice. The poet says both of them are capable of destroying the world, means fire and ice both. Both of them, the poet says that both of them are capable of destroying the world. Fire is equated with desire, lust, and ice is equated with hatred. Both can destroy this world. So this is the gist of the poem, means fire and ice both can, according to the poet, fire and ice both can destroy this world. Now, what is the theme of the poem? The theme is human emotions like lust, desire, hatred, intolerance, etc. can be destructive and bring about the end of the world if not controlled. So, have you understood what is the theme says? The theme says that human emotions which we have within us, like lust, desire, hatred, intolerance, these emotions can be destructive and bring about the end of the world if not controlled. So humans should control these emotions. Of course, this emotion is there in human beings, but this should be controlled if we do not want to destroy this world. The central idea of the poem is the entire poem revolves is that love, compassion, equality, considerateness, and sympathy alone can help mankind in establishing peace on the earth. Have you understood? Means the entire poem revolves, what the entire poem revolves is that love, compassion, equality, considerateness, and sympathy, these good emotions, good mentality can help mankind in establishing peace on the earth. Fire and ice are symbolically used here in the poem. Both are symbolically used. Fire symbolizes desire and it can bring an end to this world. Ice symbolizes coldness, hatred, and indifference in human relationship and can be the cause of the end of the world. So both this fire and ice can be the cause of the end of the world. Too much desire and too much coldness bring an end of the world. Means if when the degree is too much, intensity is very much, then both can destroy. If you are having a great deal of desire, that can also destroy the world. And if you have a great deal of coldness, means coldness, hatred, this can also bring an end to the world. So the basic thing we have understood by the poem, that is fire and ice, which are the representatives of desire, lust, and coldness, hatred, indifference, both can ruin relationship and the world as well. So both the things should be controlled. Both the emotions, these two are the representative of all the emotions. All the emotions should be controlled by human beings. If we want to, like, if we want to bring peace and harmony, and if we want to save the world. Okay, on my next point I will go is poetic devices, the poetic devices which are used here. We all have by this time we all have some ideas, some notions about poetic devices, as I have also explained in the previous poem. Here also poetic devices are used. The first one I'm going to explain is alliteration. We know the meaning of alliteration. When the same sound is repeated in the same line in different words. Here the sound of S, W and F is used. Examples: S is used in some, say. Then W is used in world, will. Then F is used in favor, fire. So here we are finding in different lines the same use of same sound, consonant sound. Next is symbolism. What are the symbols used here? Fire and ice. Fire represents desire, lust and all, and ice represents hatred, coldness, indifference, etc. Okay. The third one is assonance. What is assonance? Assonance takes place when two or more words close to one another repeat the same vowel sound but start with different consonant sounds. Point it out. When assonance take place, it creates same vowel sound in two different words. That means when assonance take place, when two or more words close to one another repeat the same vowel sound but start with different consonant sound. An example from the poem is, I hold with those who favor fire. I hold with those who favor fire. This is the example of assonance, where two or more words close to one another repeat the same vowel sound but start with different consonant sound. Okay. The next poetic device is imagery. What is imagery? Imagery is also a figure of speech, we know, where a thing gives out another meaning than its literal meaning. That means it gives another meaning rather than its real meaning. Okay. So, an example: fire and ice stand for desire, passion and hatred, coldness in human relations. Fire also connotes the feeling of heat and burning, pain, etc. And ice connotes the feeling of coldness, hatred, intolerance, indifference, etc. This is how the imagery of fire and ice used here in the poem. Now we will go to our next point, that is rhyme scheme. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? To understand the rhyme scheme, we have to read the poem as well. So I am just reading the poem and then telling you the rhyme scheme of the poem. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So here the last words, just point it out: fire, eyes, desire, fire. A, B, A, A. Twice hate, eyes, great, suffice. Twice B, hate, C, eyes, B, great, C, and suffice again B. So what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? If we divide it in 3 and 3, 3 is to 3 is to 3. A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. Fire, eyes, desire, fire twice hate, eyes great suffice. A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. This is the rhyming scheme of the poem. So, this is all about the poem, the summary, the theme, the central idea, and the poetic devices which are used here, and the rhyme scheme and everything I have explained. I hope you will understand it in proper way. If you find any difficulty, just let me know. I will again explain, and there will be some questions which will be provided to you. And what is the nutshell of the poem we have got? What is the entire meaning of the word of the poem? That is, the poem Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost, is representing the human feelings. When the feelings are reached to its peak, means when it is out of control, then it brings destruction. Fire represents lust, desire, and ice represents hatred, coldness, indifference, and all. Both these representatives are present in human emotions, but when the emotions exceeded its limit, then the destruction comes. If human beings can control these emotions, of course human beings will have these emotions, but in control. When it will be controlled, then the world can be saved. But if these are not controlled, this world will be destroyed. According to the poet, fire as well as ice both can destroy the world, both can bring an end of the world. So, this is the end of the topic. I hope there will be no problem in understanding. If you face any problem, just let me know. Thank you and a very good day.